All right, welcome to this explainer. Usually universities and massive global corporations basically exist in two entirely different universes, right? One is all about deep-rooted tradition, and the other is just obsessed with hyper-fast growth. But today we are unpacking something absolutely fascinating. We're looking at how the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, specifically their San Juan campus, is actually borrowing a massive corporate growth strategy directly from a global beverage giant. And they're doing it to completely transform their future.
So let's dive into what might seem like a totally bizarre question at first. How exactly does an academic institution go about scaling its impact and growing its quote-unquote market share like a massive corporate brand? Well, as you'll see, answering this actually unlocks the secret to modernizing higher ed in today's fiercely competitive world.
Here is our architectural blueprint for today. First up, the academic challenge. Then we'll build the house of growth. Third, we're designing the curriculum. And finally, number 4, the future business hub.
All right, section 1, the academic challenge, fragmentation and stagnation. To really appreciate the solution we're going to talk about, we first need to look at the foundational cracks that so many educational institutions are facing right now. And the professors at Pupsj San Juan, they were feeling these exact same pains. We're talking about fragmented academic goals that just don't sync up with the broader university mission. Add to that a real lack of professional growth for faculty, absolutely scarce resources for research, and just incredibly heavy administrative burdens. I mean, it's basically a perfect recipe for stalled innovation. These are the real day-to-day bottlenecks of modern academia.
So, to solve this massive operational headache, they introduced something called BIASG. Now, that stands for the Blueprint of Integrated Academic Strategy for Growth and Development. And let me tell you, this is not just another dusty mission statement that gets filed away. It is a highly structured roadmap. It essentially treats the university's growth with the exact same ruthless rigor that a Fortune 500 company would apply to its quarterly earnings.
Moving right along to section 2. The House of Growth, Bridging Corporate and Academic Strategy.
To truly understand how this blueprint works in the real world, we're going to look at a brilliantly simple metaphor pulled straight from the source material. It's called the House of Coca-Cola. Now, think about it. Every house absolutely needs a solid foundation to stand firm, right? Coca-Cola built its corporate house on a really deep foundation of consumer trust and brand legacy. Similarly, Pupsj San Juan is building its foundation on a rock-solid commitment to its own vision and mission. For them, that means providing an inclusive, globally relevant polytechnic education. Because let's face it, you can't build a skyscraper on a weak base. Okay, so moving up from the foundation, you have the load-bearing columns, the pillars. Where a massive global corporation uses heavy-hitting marketing campaigns and product innovation to hold up the roof, the university relies on its own unique growth drivers. For Pupsj San Juan, those pillars are continuous faculty training, holistic student development, and really strong real-world industry partnerships. Without these standing strong, the whole strategy just collapses. And of course, every house needs a roof to protect what's inside. For Coca-Cola, the roof represents expanding into brand new markets. In our academic blueprint here, this roof is actually Pupsj San Juan's ultimate goal. It's their ambition to become the premier business hub of the entire university system, complete with smart campuses and massively expanded global research networks. That's the shield that sustains their long-term growth. Finally, the house needs windows and doors to let the fresh air in. In the business world, this means staying agile and adapting to changing consumer trends. For the university, it means opening up to industry demands. They do this through rapid curriculum revisions, exploring brand new emerging tech, and fully integrating digital transformations. I mean, an institution literally cannot afford to close itself off from the outside world if it wants to survive. Which brings us to section 3, designing the curriculum, the 4-year blueprint. So you might be wondering, how does this theoretical, high-level house of growth actually translate into a student's day-to-day journey inside the classroom? Well, if we look at the integration plan specifically for marketing management, we can see exactly how this curriculum is engineered. This is not just some random assortment of electives. It is a highly integrated 4-year plan that is specifically designed to build corporate-level competencies. They are literally baking things like entrepreneurship and change leadership right into the core coursework. Let's actually see how this builds step by step for the student. In year 1, a student builds their base with applied marketing. Makes sense, right? Then in year 2, they start adding in the hard skills like data analytics and interpretation. By year 3, things get really interesting as they integrate all these skills through strategic management. And finally, year 4 is the culmination of the whole shebang, a massive feasibility study that really tests their analytical chops.
It's like a perfectly sequenced supply chain of knowledge.
All right, our final section, number 4, the Future Business Hub, execution and impact.
Because, as we all know, a strategy is really only as good as its execution. And for PUP San Juan, this relies entirely on turning a traditional physical campus into a dynamic, living business hub. How do they pull that off? Through incredibly strict phased rollouts. They have to ensure that both the faculty and the students are marching to the exact same drumbeat every single day. So the execution is actually broken down into a semestral cycle plan. It's brilliant. The first semester focuses heavily on the faculty. They're even training professors on how to deliver corporate-style elevator pitches. Then the second semester completely pivots to cutting-edge research and intense marketing seminars. And the summer term, that is entirely outward-facing. It's all about establishing those vital industry partnerships and securing student internships. It is just a relentless year-round cadence of growth.
And listen, they aren't just doing this as some fun theoretical exercise. The tangible metrics they are going after are massive. By executing this blueprint, they are explicitly targeting a 25% boost in student enrollment, alongside a 30% increase in industry partnerships. To put that into perspective, that is a huge leap for any academic institution. They are literally measuring their academic success using hard corporate KPIs. All of this scaffolding we've talked about, the alignment of goals, the integrated 4-year curriculum, these phased rollouts, it all serves one single powerful ambition, and that is to completely transform PUP San Juan into the undisputed premier business hub of the entire system, fostering innovation, entrepreneurship, and leadership. They really aren't just teaching business anymore. They are operating like a highly successful business themselves.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating final thought for today. We've just seen how an academic institution can successfully borrow the growth strategies of a global beverage brand to completely rewrite its future. So what could your own organization achieve, no matter what industry you're in, if you mapped out your future using this exact same House of Growth blueprint? I don't know about you, but I think it's time to start building.